Hey guys, what's up? It's Hailey Eliza. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. You can hear my desk running away from me. Yep. Also, I'm wearing PJ bottoms. I'm always wearing PJ bottoms while I'm filming. Oh god, I'm literally slipping off my bed. Okay, let's put the Starbucks away from me because clearly I'm hammered. Hey guys, what's up? It's Hailey Eliza. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to my channel. So today I have a really exciting video for you guys. I don't really know if people make these videos or not. I just kind of wanted to make one. This is going to be my goals for 2018, things that I want to try and do, things that are important to me, that I feel like I want to talk about on my channel more, and then just like suggestions for you guys, goals that you can make. Yeah, my first suggestion before I even okay, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's just jump right into this video. Literally, I've already done that. So my first suggestion is obviously to write down your goals. I write down my goals in the same notebook every year. This is just a cute little notebook I feel like I got for my birthday at some point. It says, always believe that something wonderful is about to happen. Actually spilled water on it, so it's kind of fading down here, but it also looks kind of cool. So yeah, I have been writing my goals in this book since 2016. This is just a random note card. And I absolutely love writing down all my goals in like one book because I feel like I like to go back, and before I write goals for the next year, I will look over like my past goals. So like before I made any goals for 2018, I sat down and I read over all of my goals for 2016 or 2017. I literally can't believe it's 2018. Like I thought we were still in 2016. Like my brains just can't comprehend this whole thing. I looked at some of my goals for 2017, kind of felt like wanted to see what I accomplished this year and how much I've grown as a person, and I feel like every day I grow and I change so much. So it's so cool to see some of the goals that I had for myself and kind of be proud of myself for some of the goals that I achieved, and also realize that I do still have things that I need to work on, and I feel like I kind of write down the same goals every year. So my goal this year is just to really bust through some of those goals. But let's get to actual like what the goals are. This is my page of goals for 2018. I just kind of started writing some of these down. I don't have like a ton. I mean, I have a ton of like personal goals, but these are just some like, I just like to write big ideas down and then get more specific. So I know like the most common goal for people is to work out more or to eat healthy. Now for working out more, I personally, I'm gonna join I'm joining the track team, and I've been conditioning for that. And I go to the gym, I have a gym membership. So like that's not something that I personally have to work out on. Like I just went to the gym this morning. If you see me shaking, that's why. Literally my abs are so sore. It's like literally terrible. I took a class and it kicked my butt. As far as eating healthy, that is one of my goals for this year. So I know I said in the title vegan. I am vegetarian, just in case you've never watched one of my videos before. I'm completely vegetarian. I don't eat fish or chicken or steak. Oh my gosh, I know you probably think I'm missing out if you're not a vegetarian. I don't feel that way. People always ask me why I'm vegetarian. I guess I'll kind of do like a quick little why I'm vegetarian. I'm vegetarian for a lot of different reasons. One, obviously, I'm not a huge fan of killing animals. I don't think it's right that we call dogs and cats our friends and our pets, but then we think it's okay to eat cows and chickens, and they're also treated really badly, and I just don't think that's okay. Also, I think that there's better ways to get proteins into your bodies, and putting animal fat and flesh into your body just isn't that great, and I just don't want to put that into my body. That's just kind of the two like main reasons that I'm a vegetarian personally. And then also being a vegetarian is better for the environment because all the food that animals eat and like has to be farmed, and so if we put the food that animals eat, if we gave that to people, that could feed a bunch of starving people and keep us sufficient without us having to eat animals. And it would just, pollution wise, they create a lot of pollution, they drink a lot of water, so it's just better for the environment overall to be vegetarian. If you don't agree with me, my whole family, like I'm the only one in my family who's vegetarian. None of my friends are vegetarian. This is just my personal choice. But this year, the way that I'm going to kind of like further along, because eventually I do want to be vegan or pretty much vegan. I don't know if I'll ever go completely. I personally, I don't see the point of not eating honey. I like honey. I think that bees, as long as bees aren't really that damaged by us taking their honey, And then also eggs. At some point in my life, I want to get my own chickens and then I will eat their eggs. Like, that's just kind of where I stand right now. Obviously, I'm still changing a ton because like last year I said I never would be vegan, I would only be vegetarian. I've been vegetarian for like a year. But this year I'm going to be cutting out a lot of dairy. Now this is not only because of like, this isn't just because I want to become vegan, this is also because my skin, I feel like my skin, I have acne, and so I feel like that's a good next step to help clear my skin. I'm also going to try to eat less snacky food with animal products in them because I'm really bad about just like eating like a bag of chips and not really thinking about the fact that there's probably some type of animal product in there. So I'm going to start checking those labels. Also, all things that are like dyed red I eat or I ate, but I'm going to stop eating that because most things that are dyed red, that is from crushed up beetles, and I don't want to put beetles inside of my body. So that's kind of my goal for this year, is to drink less dairy and less ice cream and chocolate, which is so sad. Ice cream is my favorite thing ever, but I will find vegan ice creams, and if you guys want to hear about those, then let me know, because that's something that I'm really passionate about. And so that's something that eating healthy, that's my eating healthy for this year. Also, another like little thing with that is I want to eat more protein because I probably don't eat enough protein. I eat a lot of nuts and like other things and lentils that give me protein, but I feel like I need to eat more. Also, my dog is barking. Sorry if you can hear that. My next personal goal is to drink more water. This also kind of goes along with like the acne and just being like more healthy overall. I want to drink more water. I suck at drinking water. I hate drinking water. I don't like the taste of water. People always think I'm really weird for that. I just can't stand drinking water, but I need to do more of it because obviously it's super good for you guys to drink water. I'm drinking water right now. I've been super good on breaks. I'm always super good about getting my 8 glasses a day because I can sit at home and just drink all day and pee whenever I want, but whenever I'm at school, I suck at drinking water. My next thing is like products that I buy. I'm a consumer, we're all consumers, and I think it's very important that we think about what we want to consume and what companies we want to support. So this year, my goal is to support more natural companies who don't test on animals and are like use mostly vegan products. I am going to, by the end of the year, my goal is to not use any more products that are tested on animals. Now that's really hard. So many companies test on animals, and it's so sad. Like, I saw a video the other day about testing on animals. That's something that this year I'm tackling. I like to tackle something every year, and that's kind of like the thing that I'm really tackling this year, and not using any products that are tested on animals, because that's just like, that's even more cruel than eating animals. Like, I can see eating them, like they live a relatively short life. Whenever you eat an animal, they're killed. There's not too much suffering, but whenever you test like on animals, they test on dogs and cats and animals that we call our pets, and then they suffer for their whole life. I just think that's that's the worst thing ever, and so I'm going to stop using products that are tested on animals. I will try and link a video down below about like that kind of explains testing on animals or gives like evidence of that, whatever. I will try and link a bunch of like movies or documentaries or like videos you can watch about veganism, being a vegetarian, because obviously I've done a lot of research on that. So yeah, that is what I am currently working on, moving towards not using any products that are tested on animals. If you guys want a full video about products that I use, once I get there, let me know. So my next thing is I am a very materialistic person. That's something that I know and I'm willing to admit to. I don't think it's the worst thing in the world to be materialistic. However, I think to a certain extent it is kind of like bad. The rest of my family is not very materialistic, and I'm kind of the one who is. I love clothes, I love makeup. It's because I love fashion and I love that kind of thing, and that's just kind of who I am, and that kind of makes me materialistic, and that's a part of myself that I kind of like wish I could let go of a little bit, and I wish I could not be so materialistic. So that's what I'm kind of working on. I'm working on getting a little bit closer to the minimalism side, and I'm not going to be a complete like minimalist. Like, I'm not doing a capsule wardrobe. I could never personally do that. That would be, I just couldn't do that. But I'm just gonna try and be like more knowledgeable. And also fast fashion, I have just kind of started hearing about fast fashion, and if you don't know what fast fashion is, I will link a video down below of someone who can explain it way better than me. But it's basically companies like Forever 21 and H&M, companies that I love shopping from. They don't have like the nicest way of working. They're not very ethical. People work in their factories are often underpaid, and there's children who work in their factories and they're very unsafe. And so that's not something that I'm tackling this year, because it's like I just don't have, honestly, I don't have the money to buy super ethical brands because they're more expensive. But that's something that I'm just gonna be like knowledgeable, and before I go buy like a ton of tops at Forever 21, I might try and find a bunch of tops at the thrift store or something like that, shopping more ethically and being more minimalist. Now, I'm not saying that I'm gonna stop shopping at H&M or stop shopping at Forever 21 or anything like that. That's not something I'm tackling this year, but I'm just gonna keep it in the back of my head, and then I'll get to that whenever I am financially somewhere where I can get to that. The next thing with like products and consuming like products, I am no longer going to be buying products that are like made from animals or like their skin, so like no leather, no suede. Almost all shoes and purses and everything are made from leather and suede and like fur coats and stuff like that. And I saw this girl talking about it the other day, or she was like doing a haul or something. It was just some random person whose video I clicked on, and she was talking about her Gucci shoes and her Gucci bag, and then she held up a fur coat and she was like, oh, but this is not real fur, like I would never. And I was like, why is it okay? Like, why does, like, what in her brain tells her, like, oh, like, real fur is, like, so bad, but, like, I'm gonna have, like, my Gucci leather purse. And then I was kind of like, well, I feel like I kind of do that, too, because, like, I have a suede purse. I just recently got that purse, kind of without really realizing that it was suede, and then I got it, and I was like, okay, this is suede, and that's just something I'm going to be looking for, like, fake leather and fake suede and things like that, instead of, like, buying things that are actually made from animals. Because obviously you can tell I don't like killing animals. My next big goal for myself this year, and this just kind of, everything just kind of like ties together, I guess, and that is to spend less money and save more money. It's super important to save money because I'm gonna have to go to college in a few years, and just like I'm gonna have to start living on my own in a few years. I'm 16 right now, so I have like a couple years and I'm like good, but I just want to make it a personal goal to save more money this year and spend less money, and not waste my money, because I definitely, being more minimalistic, I feel like I waste money because I will go through phases where I'm like obsessed with something, and then I'll buy a ton of that thing, and then I'll be like, okay, like now I don't really like this, and now I have all of these things that I just kind of wasted my money on. And I can have like, I have like a ton of necklaces, because whenever I was in like 4th grade I was obsessed with necklaces, bought a ton of necklaces, and now they're not really things that I like or wear, and so I see them sitting there and I'm like, okay, that was such a waste of money. So I'm working on not doing that this year. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know this was kind of more of like a personal video, and maybe you didn't like everything that you heard about, and that's okay. I personally have a super high moral code, and so anything that I hear about like fast fashion, veganism, just things that hurt other people or other beings just weigh on me really heavily. And so I just want to make the world a better place, and I figure I have a YouTube channel and I want to talk to you guys more about things that can help make the world a better place. And maybe you don't want to be a vegetarian, and obviously that's up to you. Don't want to push that on you, because like that's just a personal choice, but I just want to encourage things like that, and I want you guys to not be closed-minded, and I don't want you all to be ignorant to the things that go on around us in this world. And I feel like I am still ignorant to some of those things, like fast fashion. I'm just started learning about, I just heard about for the first time, and I feel like it's so crazy that something that's so prevalent no one talks about. And so I just want to kind of talk about things that are on my mind and that matter to me. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Also, don't get offended by anything that I'm saying. These are just my personal values, and I don't want to push anything on you. I feel like I've said that 100 times. Thank you for watching. This was kind of more like a personal video, but yeah, bye guys. It's your confidence.